Um, I totally fucked up. I had like a video and I hit stop recording and then you know, the next thing I was going to do was to, you know, go back and watch another video. Well, there was a particular video I wanted to watch over again because of the particular audio levels I was trying to, surpass, because I made one video with me doing karaoke and like you didn't hear me at all. And then like I attempted to make another video and I was gonna look at that and typically it says that like the video I just currently watched or the video I just currently made was being rendered. I was like, why don't I see the video? And then like I click on the back button and then that's when it hit me. Oh shit. Like uh if you don't care after I'm done with this video, I'm gonna hit stop recording and then I'm gonna go to the next page and I'm gonna I'm gonna type in the detailed information because for some reason that's the only way you can save it. Long story short, I just finished making a 10-minute video. Not to say I was proud of it, but I hate to make anything and just find out that that went to waste where there's no way I can retrieve it. And I don't know. I remember the topics I got into, but yeah, that just really sucks. Well, I mean, it was a mistake I was bound to make once. Hopefully, it doesn't happen again. Um, yeah, I think this is going to be the last video I make, depending, it depends on, well, yeah, I have nothing to say, which is to say, yeah, this will probably be it. But, um, one thing I am proud of is that I was looking at the screen captures of, I remember doing my first video log, and it was you know, a minute and a half. And here I am. Not only did I make a video 10 minutes long, but I decided to not stop, in lack of a better term, and to just see how many videos I can make, which is more or less been a theme of the last hour. And aside from the one I just failed to save, and part of me I mean I was up to the challenge to you know like I mentioned, I would watch I watched another video blog and I said to myself, okay, it'll be nice to just to, well, I mean, in my head I'm thinking, I mean, even though I'm currently doing it right now, to just you know go on YouTube, click on upload, click on the webcam, go to this window I am right now, click start recording. Well, it's already clicked, and just challenge myself to and get, yeah, 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 yeah. Challenge myself to really come up with, okay, now that I mentioned even though that last video I made was a race, um what I was talking about was aggressive skating, and like I saw it for the first time when I was in junior high school. In my first year, I was in sixth grade, and a couple of years later, before my sophomore year of high school, uh, I was in a ski shop, and I wrote a nice story of how I, you know, was introduced into the scene. But since I don't have that with me, I don't know if I can even find that story. But yeah, I came across this skate shop in Queens Boulevard, and I saw a couple of skates, and one of the skates that you know that I fell in love with, and that caught my eye was the Solomon ST9s, and a couple of days later, I don't know how, but I somehow managed to drag my mom back to the store, and yeah, like going back to like the top, like like I remember this questionnaire. Um, I didn't want to get too sidetracked, but when it comes to like the top three things that like I don't regret buying, um, one would be like the first guitar that I got. You know, my cousin sold me his, and that's one. But I don't know what number two, but on my skate should be in that list. Now I have to think of like what else, like what I put in that top three. Just I went into like how that became basically um, when school started. I met my friend. I told him I bought the skates. He said like, "Yo, we exchanged numbers. Like we should skate." We ended up skating that weekend. The following week, he brought me to Floral Park, and Floral Park was like where it all began. And like I hooked up, like we had our crew, and like every Saturday, like in college, um, like especially during my junior year, like Friday night, at the stroke of midnight, if I wasn't at a party with a beer in my hand, something was wrong. Same thing with skating. Like on a Saturday, like if my friend Cornelius wasn't calling me to skate, and even when he didn't call me, I mean, there would be times where I would just like go to Rossdale Village or you know and skate by myself, and it's just like every Saturday I would just like it would be me, my rollerblades, and like from when I from the time I was 15 up until like I guess it's hard to like pinpoint when I actually quit, but like it's safe to say that like when my friend Cornelius moved to Florida, it was like basically the beginning of the end, like even somebody else in the crew said like, oh, I was so used to like Cornelius calling me, telling me like, oh, there's a competition here, there's a session there, and like after he left and like nobody really calls him and letting him know like what's going on, and that's pretty much what I experienced. And I remember I had a website, Quarter Water, um, and even though like I was like rollerblading, I was heavily into like making edits. Um, like in 2006, I was like my last year in college. You know, during my free time, I would skate around campus, and yeah. But the days of like like meeting other skaters, like whether it be Floral Park or anywhere else, and just like having a crew, have more or less like ended. It's like now it's more or less sometimes I would go on like the last event I went to was like Last Man Standing fundraiser. Um, every so often, like whether it be like Facebook or BMag or like now there's Twitter, um, I would like see that there's a competition, and I make my presence known, and it's actually like quite a shock to see how much the scene has changed. Where like I remember the days where you know like I was 15 and like the older kids were like 19, like Dustin Holleran, Billy O'Neill, Mike Johnson, and we would like look up to them, and now like I would go to like whether it's like Pier, I forget, Pier something. It's the pier near BMCC and Stuyvesant High School, and and or even like a skate competition. Better example, I would go and basically like how much the scene has changed. Like I see a bunch of like kids or either in high school or college, and like I don't recognize anybody. And oh shit. All right, 10 minutes. Yeah, I can go on, but I'm gonna just stop it right here. Peace.